Hi friends, it's Nancy. Hope you're all doing well. This is the second time I'm recording. I don't know what happened to my first 15 minutes, so I'm just going to start over because I think I can do that. I don't think you missed much here. So, what I was saying was we're going to do today the signature, some ephemera to go in there, and hopefully finish today. So what I did on the first 15 minutes of the video was show you that I wanted to do the true Midori style signature of putting it in with the elastic instead of sewing it in. Now, of course, you can sew the signature in if that's what you like to do, but I thought I want to do a true Midori style with the elastic, and I think it works really well for this type of journal. And try something different, right? Just try something different. So what I did was I have this black cord, which let me grab here. It's 1.2 millimeter black elastic cord. I think I have it in white and gray too. I will link it below. It's from Amazon. I don't get anything. I'm just going to tell you if you're interested in getting it. You might have your own, but I find that this width, 1.2 millimeter cord, works really well. If you have something a little thicker, it'd probably be fine, but I really like this thickness. So I cut a piece about 21 inches, and then I brought it around the where the spine is here, and I brought it to the middle, and I tied it with a square knot and just trimmed the two edges off. So I want you to see that it's taut, but it's not, it's very loose. Do you see how loose it is? You can kind of tell, right? Okay, so that's kind of how I like it that way. It's not tight where you can't get it. It should just be loose, but not too loose. 21 inches cut off. You're going to end up cutting a little bit of it off of the two ends here. So that's what I'm doing. So this was the borderless print that I did. So if you do print borderless, your height is 8.5. So your pages are going to be obviously 8.5 tall, and they're going to be 8 wide. Now, 8.5 by 11 paper, you can choose to cut off that little extra, or excuse me, you can fold it in or back to make a tuck or a flip out, whatever you want to do. So I'll show you what I did. I have 8 pages here for the signature here. So let me just move this to the side here. And I'll kind of show you, you can put anything in. You can take these out, you can flip them out, you can put something else in. You might have a card or an envelope or something else that you want to keep in the journal. And that's why this style of holding the signature in works so well for something like this. So the first page here is one of Amy's images here, and I cut that, and I cut the part off, okay? And I don't mind it white here because we're going to add a few things here and there. And I don't mind, in this style, I don't mind some white paper to write on, add things to. The next one I did also of hers, and I put that in here. I had some really pretty Christmas washi tape here, so I just kind of put that as a border on that page, but we're going to add other things. The next page, which is really fun. Oh, I caught a gal on YouTube. Her channel is the same as her Etsy shop. It's probably Sharon. Maybe you've watched her. I've never seen her before, but I caught a video of a recent Christmas journal she made, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So I saw her have this hole punch, this star hole punch here, and I had to get it. It was on Amazon. That's what I showed in the first 15 minutes. So you can see the cute little star punch it did. So I'll link this one too for you in case you want it. I think it's so stinking cute. Not to digress from the signature here, but oh, also she had really fun ephemera in her journal, and come to find out that she has a digital kit with the ephemera, so I had to get it. And I'll link her Etsy shop below, but one of the reasons I got it was because she had this holiday train ticket on there which I thought was perfect for the train page here behind this lady. And she used the star punch to punch, you know, like the conductor would do on the train. So she punched December and 24, which I did. And so isn't that the cutest thing ever? And you could make confetti with this. I mean, we're going to use it again, but I just had to get it for this journal. It was just perfect. So I will link that all below, and that'll just go behind that lady there. So, okay, back to the signature. So I printed 2 of Amy's, and then I had some dyed paper, and then so I'll show you. So I had 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 dyed paper, red and green. I cut them both this way and sewed red and green together, and then another page is the green on top, and I think that looks awesome. So I have that there, and I wasn't cutting any of that off, so I'm just folded that in. So it's still 8.5 by 8, but this part here is folded in for a flip out or whatever. I also have another piece of a real pretty dyed paper here, and I printed this page from Amy's on vellum and kind of ripped it and made 2 pocket tucks here. And then here is another piece of Amy's kit. And then the end piece I cut off, we're going to make a belly band with. Okay, and here's the other piece of my sewn dyed paper. And then the flip, I flipped that one back. And then another piece of Amy's kit. And then this is a piece of double-sided scrapbook paper that I had, because I used to be Stampin' Up! Gal. So this is like double-sided black music paper, and I thought that was real pretty for the middle. So we're going to do some decor for the inside of the signature here. And here is the piece that I cut off the end piece of one of the papers. So what I did with this, because it's so pretty, is I folded in a quarter inch on each side. It was already the right height, 8.5. And then I just zigzag, and we're going to make a belly band here on this page. I think the other thing I was saying was, if you printed with a border, I think I told you to just do the same measurements, score everything, leave your white border on, score everything the way I gave the measurements, and then before you fold, cut your white border off, and then continue to fold. Your journal will be slightly different, obviously. So instead of being 8.5 tall, you might end up with an 8-inch tall journal or whatever, depends on your borders. And so when you're going to cut your papers for your signature, just whatever the height of your journal is the height of your page. And then instead of being, this is 8 inches, so folded in half is 4, you might do 7 inches and fold it in half, or 7.5 and fold in half. So you just have to, come up with that measurement depending on the size of your journal base, okay? So, all right, so this is, I thought this would look super pretty on here, and we're going to make a tag. So I have a red dye tag here. This is one of Jacqueline's from Lovely's Crafty Lodge, the gal that I told you she has her sales on Fridays on her YouTube channel. And boy, when I saw this, I had to buy this gorgeous red tag, and it's got some little black in there, and I think this is perfect. This is going to go right under that belly band and look awesome. So now that I have this sewn, I'm just going to move this to the side, take this page out here, and I'm going to put glue and glue it to the top and bottom here. And this is going to look really, really pretty. Real rich looking, isn't it? It is an elegant kit. I know a lot of you ladies have said how elegant the kit is, and I totally agree with you. This really is an elegant kit. So I'm going to place this in the middle here, and this should be just fine, like so. Okay, make sure, yep, looks good. And let's get that on there. Okay, I'll just hold that down, let that, before I do anything, sticking anything in there, I want that to stick. Okay, so we're gonna do that. All right, let me put that to the side and let it dry, and let's work on the tag. So for the tag, I did have to trim it a smidge to make sure it would fit. So hopefully I did a good job. And without, yeah, this is gonna fit just fine in there, see? Just right. So, okay, now that I'm played with it, I just wanna make sure it's gluing down. So I did trim it a little to fit, and then we're gonna use this side here, and then you've got this side to journal on. I stitched around it. So I have one of Amy's images from the kit, and I just love how that looked. And this here is one of the pieces of ephemera that came in the Christmas ephemera kit that I bought. It's probably Sharon. Oh, did I show you? And see, I hit my video stopped and I had to start over. With that, so when I saw the gal show her journal and the kit, she had, look at this ticket, train ticket for the Holiday Express. And the reason I loved it is she used this star punch to punch like the conductor. Did I say that already? See, I had to stop my video. I mean, my video cut out on me, and I don't even know what I told you already, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry, but it's punched at December in 24, and I thought it looked so pretty behind the lady here, her train ticket on the train page. Okay, I don't know if I said that already, but I apologize because I just don't know where my video stops, so I'm just repeating myself here. Okay, so this is one of the pieces of her ephemera. It's linked below the Etsy shop. Check it out. I love it. It's like 4 or 5 pages of words and cute things. So I want to use this. I want to put this here, and I wanted to put this. Now, was there something else that was going on there now that I'm all discombobulated here? I don't think so. I think I was just putting this here. I'm trying to look what I have here. Okay, yeah. This is what I wanted to do. Just something simple, but I think it looks really good. I could put probably, wondering if I should put a little ribbon here. I'm not sure because being a belly band, it's going in here, and I think the whatever I would put in there would not work, you see. So I'm not going to put a ribbon on there. Show you how, look how pretty that looks, that tag. That red tag is just stunning in there. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Okay, so that's why I'm not putting anything in that right there. But I want to put this on here. I could even, I don't want to cover the whole in case whoever wants this journal will, that they can do what they want to do. But I wanted to see this dyed area here with the black, and I wanted to put that there, and I think that is amazing. I love that so much. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to get my glue book here. Sorry, I apologize if I'm kind of all over the place, but it just frustrated me that my phone stopped recording, and yeah, it's recording now. I can't imagine having to start this over again. I really, I'm not tech savvy, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. I mean, I have enough battery, I think. I think I have enough battery in my phone. I don't know. It started beeping, and it just stopped. It just stopped. I never had that happen before, so I don't know what that meant. So I'm going to get this on here. Make sure it's like even, right up to that. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Get some glue on there. So as long as you use this eraser when the glue's wet, it takes it right off. All right, so did I get this on crooked? Good thing. Good thing I'm getting it off because I think I had it on crooked. I did. Let's try that again. Okay. And if I have to put a little more glue, I will. Let's see how that goes now. Yep. Yeah, I'll get some more glue on there. I was just lucky to get it off. I'm just, you know, it's hard to find a nice rich red, and to especially to match Amy's kit here, and I love it. It looks great. Yeah, this looks nice. Okay. All right, that looks good. So this December 25 here, I just wanted I think it's bold. Like, to me, this tag is bold, and I just want it there, but I want to still see this bottom part here. So I am going to use my wet glue now and put this on. And you know, like I told you, I didn't ink. I'm loving it because I don't think I needed to ink anything for this journal. I don't know. I think it just is good just the way it is. And I always ink. So I want to put it to make sure I see this area here. And I'm going to put it on an angle just for interest. Yep. Okay. I love it. With the stitching and this dyed area down here, I just think that is fine. And then you have a nice writing space on here. And yeah, I think that's all I was putting on there, really. Yeah. All right, let's get that in the belly band. Really pretty. And that fits perfectly in there. Yep, just like that. So let's show you. Okay, so that's going to be the middle. I love it. That looks really nice in there. Okay, now let's start. Oh, I wanted to make, you know, Amy made those cute little ornaments the other day with the circles. Well, I had to make one. I want to make one for this journal. And I don't know if I'll glue it in or just clip it in, because I don't know, you know. Anyway, this is what I did. I have pieces of the kit. This was one of the pockets in the kit, and I cut it with a 3-inch circle die. That's what I did. So it doesn't matter that this is white down here, because I had some of my cardstock that looks like doily. I can't remember where that's from, but I printed that on the back, and then I cut another 3-inch circle, but cut the pocket part out. So I'm going to glue this down here with the thinnest of glue. So let's get that on. I just wanted to make one of those ornaments for this journal. I might make one for each journal that we do. I think it's a fun idea. All right, so I'm going to put that on here, like so, and we're going to let that dry. Looks great. Here's one of the flowers, and I did kind of hit that, if you can see, with the silver marker, just to give it some interest. And I am actually going to have that right here, kind of off the pocket. So I am going to glue that on. Okay. So I'm going to put that kind of off the pocket here, like kind of to the side, like that. Okay. All right. Yep, that's good. And then I punched out a, what size circle here? I don't have the punch that Amy has. This is a 1 1/4 inch circle. I think a 1 inch would be fine, or 1 1/2 inch would be fine. If you can see, it's a real pretty silvery wallpaper sample that I had. So look at your wallpaper samples again. I punched a 1 1/4 circle out here, and what I'm going to do is fold it in half. So it's only wallpaper, so it's really good, but it's sturdy. So I'm going to fold this in half like this, and then I'm going to take my scissors, or actually you could take the punch. You can take scissors, or you can take a punch and slide it in there and take about that much off. Just punch the edge off like that, and then do the same on this side. And that's how I'm making the bulb top, the top of the ornament here. Now, I like it just like that, but I'm going to just trim the little curve part off by the fold, where it folds here. Just trim that off, and there we have our little ornament top. Look, it works out just fine. So to put the string in, what I did was, let me close my glue up here. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to put a string on it. I wanted to poke a hole on the underside here in the middle. So I'm going to do that on my book here. This is just my pokey tool here that I'm using. And once I get that, I don't want to rip it. I'm going to poke a hole in the middle here. Let me get that started, and I'm going to make it a little bigger here. Maybe I need to go a little more. Like so. Okay, now let's see if I made it big enough here, because I have some really thin string here. Okay, and I want to put it through the hole. I don't know if I'll be able to do that on camera, because you know how that goes, right? All right, I'm going to put the ends through the hole if I can. Let's see if I can do it. Probably won't be able to if I need to make the hole bigger. Once you get it started, sometimes you can. Oh, I got one through. I got one through. No, okay. And that's not going to work on. I wanted to put the string through the hole. Let's see if I can get it through there one more time. I doubt it though, right? The hole's not big enough. Of course it's not going to work on a video. What was I thinking? No. All right, let's make the hole a little bigger. Not too big, but big enough. Let's see if that works there. Okay, I'm just going to gather this, and I want to put the knot on the inside. That's what I'm trying to do, everybody. I'm trying, because you know I made one already and it worked out just fine. The trick is to make your hole big enough to get the string through. Maybe you have like a stiffer string you can put in there. This is not working for me now. Let me cut a new end here. Why don't you just fast forward? Don't watch me struggle with this, because it's not fun. If I can't do it, I'm just going to glue it. Let's see if I can get them both in there. No, it's not going to work. Okay, that's fine. All right, anyway, this is what I'm going to do off camera. I'm going to get the string through there. The knot's going to be on the inside here, so it'll look like this. Then I will glue this to the top here like this, and it's going to look like this, okay? then I'm just going to fill it with some ephemera, which we can do now. And I'll do that off camera. Let me get the ephemera in here. Let me slide my little pocket here open. Got a little stuck here, I think. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to put a few things in the pocket here. And I will do that off camera because it will work. This piece might be too big. I'll have to find another piece to put in there. So let's put in this one here, and then I have the Santa. There we go. So that's going to be there. Let's see, I probably could fit that in there like that. And then the string with the ornament top is going to be like that, okay? I will get that off camera and fix that. So that's going to go on a page in the journal, and I probably will clip it in. I was going to clip it in here with one of the tiny Tim Holtz paper clips. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling today. I'm so sorry. That's going to go here. So I will finish this off camera so you don't have to be tortured by that, okay? On the first page here, I want to make a little tuck spot here. So hopefully we're going to go on just fine. This is a dyed index card. I stitched across it, so we're going to use that. These are pieces from that ephemera kit, and I am going to use that, and we're going to glue this on here, and we're going to make it a little tuck. So let me get this on. And I love it because she has some of the definitions of the holiday, and I love that. So I just wanted to put that up there, and then we're going to glue this on here as a tuck. Put a thin line here. Okay. I'm going to glue that to this page here. That's the first page. So let's get that on there. And then look at this cute piece of ephemera. Tannenbaum Farms Cut Your Own Tree, Pine, Fir, and Spruce. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So I'm going to put that in there with this fun dyed tag that can be decorated. Okay, so I'm going to gently put that in there because it's still drying. How fun is that? I love all these little odd looking pieces of ephemera. To me, they fit perfectly in this journal. Okay, so that's going to go in there. Put that on angle like that. Okay, that's the first page there. And then I will clip the ornament to this page here. I'm going to leave these plain. Okay, we might put some things in these pockets here. And then I have some, look at, I painted again with the acrylic markers another piece of Amy's kit, and I have something to go with that. I have all this here. I want to show you all these cool pieces here. Yeah, we're going to do that. And okay, so then let me go back to the back here. Now I did that on that page. What I wanted to put on this page is the holly. She's got a real pretty definition for the holly, and I printed, and I used one of Amy's dies, and I used my acrylic markers and colored it. And I just want to decorate that page there. I really do. Let me put this down here for a second. So I'm going to, this won't be a tuck. This will be just a decoration because the holly is too delicate to make into a tuck. But it sure is pretty on the white page. Okay, so I'm going to get that on here like that. And now I'm going to glue this on. Now this piece, you saw me do my glue on my hand thing. This piece has a little more substance to it, so I think I'm okay in doing this, is what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm pretty confident in getting this glued on, no problem here. Okay. I love these die cuts, Amy. They're so pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to grab my tweezers here because I want to make sure I put it on really good. I want to do it this way. I don't want to put it on the words, but I definitely want to put it onto the tag here. And we are going to just gently glue that on. Okay, just take your time. Beautiful. So pretty. I bought these acrylic markers, a set of them for myself. Usually at Christmas time, I don't ask anybody for presents. We don't buy each other presents. We just buy for the grandkids. So I just buy myself presents. I just buy myself new craft supplies. So I bought myself a set of acrylic markers, and then I bought myself a couple planners, and a bracelet. So, you know, I buy my own. It's okay. I like it that way. I get what I want, you know. That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So then, and I have that on that page. I'm going to leave that one as is. This is another piece of ephemera in the kit. It's a Christmas countdown. It's like vintage looking. And I'm going to steal that Sharon's idea because I saw her punch the star here like that. And she had a cute little piece of jute put in there. So I thought that was so clever. So I just, oh, what a comedy of errors I am today. Oh my gosh. Good thing I don't act like this in every video. You wouldn't want to watch me. You know, sometimes everything just doesn't work the way you want it to work, right? And I don't edit because I don't even know how to do it. So I am what I am. And I know you love me. You might get frustrated with me, but thank you. So she had it like this and just clipped on a page. And look at that. I thought that was such a cool piece of ephemera right there. So I can definitely clip this on to a page. And I have more ephemera here I want to put in here. That's going to go in there. And then we have the pockets here. So we've got, look at this fun one, sleigh rides, Pine Valley sleigh rides, the annual Snowtown Christmas party, and then a bingo card. But it's the colors, the black and the vintage look. I mean, to me, it goes perfectly with this. I'm going to put this in the pockets, I think. That's what I'm going to do. There's our tag in there. Where's my pocket? So I'm going to kind of put these in the pockets, and then I think you can put them where you want them, on a page or whatever. Where's my other pocket here? So let's do these. Let's put those in there too. I'm putting those in there. And then I didn't get my little paper clips out, my Tim Holtz paper clips. Oh, I'm going to use one of the Santas. And then look at this fun ticket here, too. Kringle's Toys, please pay cashier. Thank you, come again. And it's like the dollars you spend, and then you probably get points. Oh my gosh, I love that. And I thought that'd be cute on a page. I think I was going to put it there. Let's see, that's going to be the ornament. I could put it here. could put it here. That would be fun. I was actually going to put him there. Glue him down partially and tuck this behind him here. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to glue his legs in here. I'm going to glue the side here a little. I'm going to glue his legs down because those are, you know, smaller here. So I'm going to glue his bottom part down here. We're going to use him as a tuck. I think that'll be fine. So let me put him down here like that. So his legs will be down and his side here. Let's get that on there first. Look at that. How cute is that? There. I like it. That looks good. Okay, so that's that. We have that. We have more. I have more. The ornament will go there. Okay, so we have those pages done. We have this here. On this side, I could probably, I think I'm going to clip more pieces in. I have one of my little pretty paper clips, and then I have more pieces here from the kit, that more tickets. This one here is for the elementary school Christmas program. Parents, grandparents, and siblings of students are invited. So I thought these pieces would be really good in here. So I am just going to paper clip these in here for now with my cute little paper clip. Let me get that on there. That's be fun for decorating. And then I need to clip this in. I'll probably clip this in here. Okay. And then the ornament will go in the front. So before since I don't have my paper clip ready, what I'm going to do now is grab my signature with what I have in it already. We're going to bring the journal over. I'm going to open it up in the middle, which is right here. And now we can just lift this up and put the signature in just like that. Easy as that. All I gotta do is straighten it out. It fits. Look at that. I'm just going to make sure that it's in the middle here, which it is. No problem. Right there. It fits perfectly there. And that's our journal. So you have your journal. We have the 2 tags here. And this is our envelope here. I have something here. I'm going to show you what goes with this journal. I'm not going to fill the pocket for you, but I have something else to go with this. You can keep your receipts or whatever in there. So that closes down, and then the signature is in here, right? You have room to add things and decorate. I will get the ornament and this ornament done and this countdown in there, right? Okay. So I think we should probably do a flip through of this, and then I'm going to show you what comes with it. Let me cap my glue up for now. And this is a fantastic journal. It's a nice little chunky. It looks really good. I love this elastic here. It's not in the way. It doesn't conflict with anything. There's our back. So let's open it up and review. So I made that pretty tag. And I don't know if I told you in the other video, I did audition some tabs, and I didn't like any tab on these because it would take away from the picture. So, and you can get these in and out very easily. So I thought they looked fine just the way they were. So that goes in here like that. And then we have the pretty lady at the train station. I did my tag belly band here. We have the train ticket and a journal card here, and that goes in here. I'll put her in here first. I like putting her on an angle. I think she looks good like that. I'll put her train ticket behind her like that. And it's punched with the star punch, which is so cute. And then we have our vellum pocket here, and we have this pretty lady here. with journaling space here. And then we have our top loading tag here, which is so fun. I love it. So pretty. And that goes in here in the top pocket. Let's get that in there. Such a fun tag for sure. That just shimmies down right there like that. Then we have our signature, and we'll just kind of go through it here for now, so you can definitely add things. I love the paper. There's a little tuck here. The ornament will go in here. Here's vellum pockets, one on each side. And we'll finish off the pieces to go in there. There's plenty of room for writing. Here's our beautiful red tag to go under the belly band. I love the dyed look on here. Really, really rich red. And it matches perfect with this kit. Perfectly with the kit. Okay, and then you have more space, more cute paper, flip outs, some fun tags to play with. Here's the other vellum pocket with some ephemera in there. Beautiful scene. More of the paper sewn. Cute little Christmas stamps. And this is beautiful right here. So that's the whole signature in there. And then we have our envelope here that you just open and you can tuck all your receipts. I think I still have paper in there for you, but I'll put it where I'm going to show you what I'm going to give with this. And then we have our beautiful scene with the reindeer and the snow. And then we have this flip here. We have our two tags in here, our small tags in here that we made, which I think are fine. And the book, I think the book page works really well for tags because it's thin enough but sturdy enough to go in this type of journal. We have this tag here, and I did paint with the markers, Amy's die cuts, and I think they go perfect in here, and they stick out just enough for you to know there's something there. And then we have our beautiful bow with a pretty lady under there shopping. May your days be merry and bright. And that's a really nice little tuck there. And then I love this tag. It's probably my favorite because I took Amy's die cuts and used my markers. And then I used silver on these to highlight these flowers here. So this is a beautiful little tag in here too. And this, the tags come in and out really easy. So I don't think they needed anything. And so this goes this way. Here's your envelope, and then you have your signature. Okay, and then we have a tag back here with the gentleman. He's peace and joy to all, and it's a Tim Holtz piece, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And it's one of Amy's pockets that go with it, and I think he's perfect for the back. And so then what I want to do is tie this up with that beautiful red that matches perfectly from Honey Silk and Company. Now, I looked about a week ago. They didn't have any in stock, but I'm sure they're going to be having a sale soon, and their colors will be coming. Their Christmas colors will be back. This is really beautifully dyed. You can see how this red goes with this kit. I love it. I had bought this last year because I just thought it was so rich looking. And I like how I left the little snow paper, the little snow webbing hanging out here. And I like my little strings and all too. So let's tie this. And I made a cute little charm. So let's give this a double wrap here. Let's see how this works. And I'm going to tie it like that. And give it enough, I think maybe a little, just a smidge shorter, because I want to make a double bow. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of do it that way. Let's see here how we're going to do this. Give it that. I don't want to cover up Santa's face. That's what I don't want to do. No, I need it longer than that. I need it a little bit longer. Yes. Okay. We need it that way. I'm going to hold this and measure this out, and we're going to cut it. I want a long enough strings here. I don't want to be skimpy because I want to tie a real pretty bow on this. So I'm going to do that, and there we go. So I'm going to gently tie this up. Get my fuzzies out of here. Okay, so let's move that down. Let's cut some fuzzies off here. There we go. And I want to make a bow, one bow. I don't know who I saw do that. You have one bow and then you leave your tails long enough and you can do a double bow. So it's like a double. Oh, I love how that looks. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I wanted to pin something like a charm. So on a ball pin, I have a pretty snowflake and a beautiful red ruby charm. And this is just on a ball pin, so it's easy to take on and off. And I just wanted to pin that on to this middle of this bow because I just said, oh yeah, it just needs a finishing touch here. So let me get this on here. There we go. So you don't have to keep it on, but I just think it's perfect. Fuzzies. I didn't pin it on there very good, but I think it just adds something to that. And so what I'm putting with this journal, because I didn't want to stuff your pocket already, is I have this bag here. And I have it, it's just a real pretty white bag, and I put some pretty Christmas washi tape. So I have every other piece of Amy's kit that I didn't use, and a lot of it's already pre-cut, so you don't have to fussy cut because I did a lot of it. I gave you a bunch of tickets here to play with, and I have another cute little silver and white bag. I have pieces of my double-sided papers, the music papers, and I think everything else is all the pieces from the kit that I did not use. So in this bag here, you get all of this, everything in here that I didn't use to further decorate or do whatever you want with. So that is what I'm giving, because I always like to give the pieces as well. As you know, I always put an envelope full of stuff, goodies and stuff in, because why not, right? You want to put your own touch on there. So I'm going to put this in this bag with all the other little pieces from the kit, plus a few little extra things like that. And I will finish the ornament and put it in the journal. This bag will go with it. And then this beautiful, I'll tie the bow better too, because I'm going to go back in there. But there we go. We have our first Christmas TN Midori style journal. I love how this turned out. I'm very happy with it. It's beautiful. It really, really is. I just think this is so pretty. Love it. Love it so much. I hope you liked it. And I told you I was going to do my best to get this done in 1 week. It can be done if you have a little bit of time every day to work on it. And I will, depending on how many other journals I can get done, we'll start from the beginning with the measurements again, same measurements, different kit, and then we'll make a whole nother one, but it'll look totally different than this one. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for hanging with me and going through my blunders with me. It's like on TV, right? Don't they always have videos of bloopers and stuff? Well, you get the bloopers with the video already. So, yeah, the bag of goodies will go with it too. So I hope you enjoyed this. This will be in my Etsy shop as of this video. I will put it in there, and if you're interested, it'll be there, okay? All right, friends, thank you so much for hanging with me. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to start the next journal with you. Take care now. Have a great weekend. Bye.